Well, hello there. Good morning. Welcome back to the Two-Stroke Turbo channel. Welcome back to one of the best channels on the internet. What they say, at least it's the best channel on YouTube. Stella is having me rub her eyes as we do every morning. She loves that. She misses all you YouTube followers. She wouldn't say so much, but she was at Grandma's for our vacation recently, and now she's back at the shop getting greasy. Just checked out all the geese on the slough, and now she's going to take a nap. What are we doing today? Today's French Car Friday. We have I'm not sure of the year, an AK 400 Citroen little truckette. Here we're doing some wiring on and putting a hitch on. I would show you all the intricacies of the wires and the wiring redo, but that's no fun. It takes a long time. I'm putting a hitch on it, which is a little, turn my light on here. It's a little hard. This frame has been reinforced with this rib, and the flat plate of the hitch can't be bolted directly on. I believe this is off of a Citroen 2CV. Not that it matters. I think the frame is supposed to be the same, but I don't want to dig into the guy's frame. It's all been POR 15 coated and protected. I got to figure out how to adapt this hitch to the frame. So we're trying to work through that. It's got the really cool European ball that goes onto the hitch like so. And the hitch then would effectively replace this little step bumper that's on the back. So we're working on that. We've got to do some thinking, some engineering, and probably some consultation before we can get that together. Then on this French car, this is a 1948 Peugeot 202. I got parts in from France, believe it or not. The door handle I'm working on here. This door handle was broken and the door was completely seized shut. In a prior video, I think I showed you how I pulled the door panel off and I was able to jury rig something to get the door open. So I now have the door open, and I'll show you what's going on here. It's a suicide door, and you can see this is the old handle here. The part that engages the latch, which is this pot metal piece right here, that hook, this hook right here, was broken. And I don't trust my welding good enough to weld pot metal or aluminum in such a fashion that I could make that work. So we consulted with the customer and we bought a new handle and then a new latch as well. These things are just like door latches for your cabinets in your house. They are crazy. I've got them lubricated now. These go right up in here, and they are just simple cabinetry latches, really. I mean, I thought they were broken because somebody brazed these together. That's actually the way they come from the factory. And from the factory, you have a door handle like this, and if you look at the brazed part that engages, they're all bent because people have used them, and when these stick or break or get rusty or corroded, or a door doesn't open right, it breaks something. It's a terrible design. I don't know what the French are doing, but what they're thinking. Oh, anyhow, we're working on this French car. We'll get the door fixed. We can take you for a test drive once we get the door to close. The other thing I want to talk about is my cleaning. Yesterday I did a video on cleaning out my shop, kind of a spring cleaning. Part of that was all the parts that I collect from your cars, working on your cars, whether it be a broken power steering pump from a Astrovan or a muffler off of a Renault Dauphine. Anybody want a good used muffler? Lightly used muffler off of a Dauphine? There it is. Shock absorbers, brake rotors, stuff that just gets collected at the shop. I put in a pile, and I put it right there so I would remember to take it to the scrapyard. The problem is it got so big that I was tripping on it, and customers see it, it looks bad, but it killed my tree. This tree right here, I didn't notice. I had no idea that metal or rust leaching off of the scrap metal killed my tree. I feel really bad about that. That's a beautiful coral bark maple that I planted. You can see the pair or the partner to it there on the right has completely blossomed, and this one, so I feel really bad. I killed my tree by moving my scrap metal pile. So I'm trying to resolve that. And part of this pile was this engine. One of my friends or buddies, how do I explain this? Okay, I'm gonna try hard here. So that blue beetle right there, I saved from the scrapyard. I paid too much for it. I think it was $600 plus towing was like $750 from a good friend of mine who said it came with a spare engine. It didn't come with a spare engine. And I wasn't sure if that engine was any good. So 3 months later, he shows up with this and says, I bought you an engine. Okay, whatever. So this engine showed up and it sat along with my scrap pile there, and maybe something leached out of the engine to kill my tree, I don't know. It's a, I don't think it's a 1200. I'm starting to learn about these Volkswagen things. I've had enough of these, I should know. It has a separate generator stand, and there's some numbers there if somebody can cross those. I think it's a 1500 now, single port, and I don't need it. The one in my Beetle runs, and I'm trying to clear out my junk. It's too nice to scrap. I did a video on this engine yesterday, and I was overwhelmed with, oh my, I don't know. I also put it on Facebook Marketplace because I wasn't sure if I could get rid of it, and I would rather give it to a YouTube subscriber or let it go to them. Anyhow, I put it up there for $100, and I've been offered everything from $25 to $250 for it. It's just crazy. Hundreds of emails. So it's stuck. It's going to take some work to get this thing running. It's got a rusty muffler, but it is complete. And I totally am out of touch with air-cooled Volkswagens, I guess. I had no idea. So that's where we stand on this. There's a guy coming to give me $100 for it today because I told him, and he is a subscriber, and I hope it goes to a good home. But so for all you who are interested in the motor, I just don't know that much about it, but let's run through a few little things. It does have what I believe to be the original carburetor, which is a 30 PICT. It's single port. It is complete. It has a vacuum distributor. It looks like it's got the original fuel pump. I believe it's a 12-volt generator. It does not turn over. It is stuck. But it is complete. So there we go. Hopefully this will make somebody happy, and I'm sorry if you missed out on that. I had no idea that it would be that interesting. All right, let's get back to work. We got some French cars to work on and make people happy. Wee. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next video. I really appreciate your support. These cars make me so happy. So much fun.